Well, don't touch them then.
Yeah, really. And make sure the camera's good. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Friday, October 4th, my youngest son's 37th birthday, 2024. Ken Style Live with the Zoom homies. The Zoom homies with Ken Style Live. I'm just going to leave that light on. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. Zoom looks to be rather odd on the stream tonight. I don't know why that is. Great Guy was actually second. Tony beat you by a mere minute, it looked like. Now, let me go look in the studio, because I can go all the way back in the studio.
It said 9:02 for both of us.
Yeah, it's weird how that works. Tony gifted another 20 memberships this evening. Hello, John. I know that's
Tony
John
Wallose를
Williams.
노마로.
Thank you, Tony. And thank you, Tony. I got the cable. It was waiting for us when we got in tonight from golfing and dinner. Works like a charm. Thank you very much. I have already put it to good use, my friend. Robert Michael says, happy birthday to youngest son. And exclamation HB may or may not work. And I say that because I struggled getting that to possibly work today.
Tony Wallo said happy birthday Joshua Stout.
It actually did work. Okay. For some reason, and Sam can relate to this and maybe figure out why, it was displaying happy birthday. It was saying happy birthday, but then it wasn't going away. And it took me forever to figure out what was wrong with it. I think everything else is good to go.
Tony Wallo said happy birthday Joshua Stout.
Oh, I didn't think it would put one on top of another like that, but that's fine. Now my Zoom on YouTube looks really, really hinky. Let me go see if I can figure something out here. I'm going to make Zoom full screen for me. Oh, the green shirt does show up.
John Williams said goodbye, Ken.
I didn't think the shirt would show up. This thing is just lime green as lime green could be. If I were to unblur this, you guys will see this shirt. It gives me headaches looking at it in a mirror, but it's a comfortable shirt to golf in. And I really thought it would not.
So let's go. I'm.
Ran Israel said, just cough. You're in friendly territory.
Cool.
Yeah, I know,
last
but
night
not with new people. New
needed
people
to be
come and watch the
edited,
shows,
and I edited it.
Get irritated with that.
I took out from the 43:11 mark to the 47-minute mark.
Over and over and
I
over.
started the edit at 1:06.
It's just not
the edit
good
was done at 1:40, which I thought was pretty quick, actually. At the time, I had 24 views. I think now it's got 31 or 32. So you don't lose the views. That's a good thing. I do not like the YouTube editor. Unless I was doing it wrong, which is a possibility, but you mark your first cut, and then it automatically assumes where you want your next cut, which I guess is okay if you have a general idea. I did not. So what I did is I canceled out of that, restarted, and I actually watched it from the point to where I wanted to start to the point that I wanted to end. And when it made its cut, then I backed it back down. And then the other interesting thing was that wasn't the exact accurate time either. As I'm playing it, I keep seeing what I'm trying to get rid of. And then I realized I had to go 3 frames before, 3 frames after I started, and 3 frames after I ended it to make sure it was going. So YouTube's got some weird uploading stuff going on. I don't understand it. Yes, Tony, thank you so much for the cable. Well, hello, Mr. Wait a minute. Wait. What's going on in Arkansas? You're only 4 minutes late tonight. Well, what's going on? You have a disaster? I mean, no food? The parade run out of food?
I didn't run out of food. I'm here.
Oh, all right.
I'm here on time, I guess.
Well, how many subscribe buttons do you have on your
토니
YouTube
왈로세드
tonight?
원크.
Two. One says subscribe because I'm already subscribed to your channel, and one is to subscribe for joining the channel.
Right, it's supposed to say join, but for some reason it's saying subscribe. I believe we've determined you're the only one that has that, by the way. So I haven't come across it on anybody that I'm subscribed to yet at all. They all say join.
I think it's just YouTube is trying to push a new design or new layout or something to certain people in certain geographic areas, and it's not affecting y'all, but it's affecting me for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't want this to come as a bubble buster or anything, but I'm pretty sure Sheridan, Arkansas is not YouTube's hotbed for testing things. I could be wrong. It's probably Monroeville,
Wow.
Pennsylvania. Oh, I got a cute little story to tell you about Monroeville, by the way. Doesn't involve ghetto whatsoever. So today we go down to see my brother's new facility that he's the maintenance guru, manager, whatever you want to call it, of 2 buildings, 4 stories each. Hello, Ski Man 21632. Good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. And anyway, we go through the tour. Nice place, very nice place. Their 2-bedroom apartments are bigger than our house for $1,500 a month, by the way. I just didn't find out if that covered everything, cable, electricity, water, food, and everything else. So anyway, we get through, and as we're walking to the Alex would have liked this part. They had a food area set up that they were going to serve food. And as we're walking up there, this guy comes walking up, and the guy said something and goes, I didn't think anybody could be taller than you are. And my little brother goes, well, this is my big brother. And he goes, well, he's big, all right. And he introduced me, and he goes, this is so-and-so. He's based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I said, you happen to know where Monroeville is? He goes, I live in Monroeville. I'm talking about a small world. Guy that's one of the district managers for this company my brother works for lives in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. So I thought, you know what? Let me give you an address and go over and check on this kid for me.
The next time you go see Josh, there is the next time maybe you can go visit this other guy too.
Possibly. I mean, we just met today, so. But it was just it's ironic at times.
It's funny. I was reading something or saw something on video or something about some police chase or something, and it was the same thing. It was something in Monroeville and Pittsburgh.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully Ghetto's at Aunt Mary's this weekend, so he should be either live streaming. I haven't checked. I haven't looked. We got in from dinner. We went straight from the golf course to dinner. The place closes at 8.
Well, Monroeville is a suburb of Pittsburgh, right?
Correct.
And Aunt Mary lives in actual Pittsburgh proper itself.
She lives in a suburb of Pittsburgh, but yeah, she lives in the city of Pittsburgh, more or less. Ghetto technically lives in the city of Pittsburgh. It's like me going to Greenwood. You never leave the city of Indianapolis. You cross one street, which is County Line Road, and then you're in the city of Greenwood. But you never leave a city. But basically, that's the way Ghetto is.
It's not like it is here. It's not like it is here. Once you leave Sheridan, you're still in the county, but you don't come to the next city until you're in the next county over.
Right. No, you actually leave the city, you get into the country, and then you re-enter the city. Yes, you are correct. It is not like it is there. And
it's not like it's not like it is. Like some counties have more than one. Some counties have more than one city. Like Jefferson County, where Pine Bluff has Pine Bluff and Whitehall, where our church is, and those are 2 separate cities.
Are they connected at some point in time, though, or do you leave one and then you go in the country to go in the other one?
It's not not going in the country, but you have to go on the interstate. You have to go on the interstate to get to one, and then get back on the interstate to go to the other one.
All right. I think OBS is okay now. It looks all right there. Mike Wojak joins us in chat. Hello, Mike. Rick Lakes joins us. Hello, Rick. Ski Man, One Fish, Tony. Good to see you guys there. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for here. There we go. I think that'll work. Other than that, ain't a whole lot going on today. Mrs. K and I are gonna watch maybe 2 episodes of The Lincoln Lawyer season 2 tonight.
Tony Wallo
caught
said
up
subscribe,
last
subscribe.
night. Yeah. Not laughing at what Tony said. I'm laughing at Ski Man's comment. Yeah, I need to get back into DaVinci. I don't like how the shadowing looks. I think when I was messing around with it, I actually wasn't paying attention to it. I need to answer a text real quick. Hang on.
I guess I can also explain it this way. Grant County only has one school district, Sheridan School District. Jefferson County has like three school districts at least. Whitehall School District, Watson Chapel School District, and Pine Bluff School District.
I don't know how many school
토니 왈로 said
districts
stem
we
text
have in Marion County alone, let alone Johnson County. I know one of the biggest high schools in the state is in Johnson County, Center Grove High School. No, it wasn't. It was actually Chris Garrett sent me a text message. It's legitimate. I did get an interesting email today that was a scam. I briefly looked at it and I deleted it because I realized it was a scam. I didn't need to spend much more time on it. Oh, excuse me, I'm a little thirsty tonight. Let's see, I went over the YouTube editing stuff, so I don't have to cover that. That's about as much scripted as I get. I really don't have a whole lot tonight.
I got out today. We went to the bank. My mom tried to go to the bank, and she finally made it. Today and tomorrow is our biggest 2 days for this city and this county. We have our biggest event of the
존
year.
윌리엄즈 said
People
is
come from
Doug
all
going to be
over,
on tomorrow?
they have all kinds of like food trucks and everything, live music. Everybody has a little tent set up, and it's crazy. My mom had a hard time getting in the drive-through at the bank today.
Will they take over the city streets of Sheridan?
It's only it's only the streets around the courthouse, all the side streets. But our bank is over there by the courthouse, so it's an issue getting in and out when all that's going on. Well, it'll all be over with come Sunday.
You're not going to go down and check it out and see what the food's like?
Because it's not really well, it's not really. It's just like fair food or whatnot. I mean, it's not really wheelchair friendly.
Yes. Tony makes a good point. Watch phone numbers. We did test it. They are blurred. It's not blurred, but it does not display the phone number. As of right now, I don't see. Go ahead.
But if you call the number that it does display, if it still display the number, if you try to call that number, it don't go anywhere.
It's not displaying the number though. It's displaying a part of the number, then asterisk, 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 and then some more of the number. So I will look more into that tonight after the show to see if it can be further masked out or taken care of. But for now, I mean, unless someone's going to... I don't even... Let me jump to Zoom real quick and see something. Because I've got Zoom hidden. Yeah, I can barely read it in Zoom, and I can barely see that it's going out over the internet, over YouTube. So somebody wants to blow it up and get it, and then you're going to have to go try to figure out what the missing numbers are and have fun with that. No, I don't see a stream for Doug as of right now. The last thing on the live stream is 5:22, and that was from yesterday. He did say there would be a stream on Saturday, so I'm anticipating he is going to do a stream, but it just doesn't appear to be scheduled right yet. So, is that Chris Garrett that's joining us from the phone?
Yeah, hold on a minute, Ken. Please don't mute me, because I have to end and come back. I need to see what my mother said.
No problem, Chris. No problem.
Yeah, there's no unmuting function on the phone when you.
That's what I've been told. I would have to get on Zoom somewhere on my phone and have someone mute me and see if I could figure it out. You would think there would be.
But on my phone dial pad for a normal phone call, there's an option for mute that'll mute my end of the phone call. No matter what. But if you were to mute him, his phone would still be unmuted, so there's no way he'd be able to unmute himself because he's on a normal phone call.
Oh, okay. All right. That kind of makes sense. I didn't realize that last night, but yeah, I don't have any problems. I can't hear anything right now. I think he's actually walking in there to find out what was going on. Maybe there's yet another way, another filter or something we can add in there that will make that the rest of the number be. I thought it was going to blur the number. I didn't realize it's doing what it's doing. And unfortunately, the only way to test it is to end the stream, end the Zoom session, and start a new Zoom. And I'm not going to do that tonight. I mean, if I find something, I want to check it out. Oh no, Ski Man has not been feeling too good for a while. Yeah, I knew you were kind of under the weather. And I hate to hear that. I've got allergies right now. I sat here for 10 minutes and sneezed to the point Mrs. K actually came in here and asked me if I was all right. I haven't sneezed like that in a long while. Go out and play golf and all the pollen and stuff that's in the air. I never sneezed one time today playing golf. I get home and start sneezing. It's kind of weird.
When you told me you were playing golf, we were sitting at the key place you go to get keys made, and after that we went to Walmart, looked around in there for a bit, and went back to the Crown Point. We stayed there for probably 2 or 3 hours at least, and then we came home. And then when I texted you when we got home, you were still playing golf. I figured you would have been done well before I got home from.
Yeah, we were on a walking course today, walking only, and there was 3 of us that were playing the game. So I think we played the front 9 in an hour 45, and I don't know what the back 9 was. I know the back 9 we got done, and about 10 minutes later it was dark. We were pushing the limits today. Now part of that's a couple of times people were out trying to find errant golf balls, which is really ironic because we both have enough golf balls. We could lose 2 or 3 golf balls per hole for over a month, and we would still have golf balls to play with. It's kind of to the point of ridiculousness now. I put 2 in the lake today, 1 on hole number 11, and 1 on hole number 12. Unfortunately, the one that I put in hole number 11 was my second shot, so I had no choice but to take the penalty. The good news on the other one was I hadn't taken a mulligan yet, so I get to. It's a mulligan's a redo. It's just an agreement between the players. And I took my mulligan, and I ended up hitting it over the water, but it didn't get very far down the road. An interesting thing happened today. First time this has happened in a long time. So, Jake, Steve, and I are playing golf. Jake hits his pitch shot. It goes up on the green. I hit my pitch shot. It lands on the green, and then it knocks Jake's ball farther away from the hole. Now, I was pretty sure I knew what the rule says. And the rule says I must play my ball where it lands. Jake, or the person's ball who gets hit, can be replaced to the approximate location if you don't know exactly where it was at. In other words, if you forgot to mark the ball, then you can put it back to the approximate location. No penalties. So you actually could come out ahead really getting good at hitting someone's golf ball for yourself, because if they're close to the pin and you hit their ball and your ball stops, then you got the advantage because you don't have to re-hit. Now here's the interesting twist to all this. If you're both on the putting green and your ball strikes another ball, you have to take a 2-stroke penalty and go back to the original spot that you hit, or the closest to the original spot that you hit the original putt from. And the other ball gets put back in place at no penalty, which makes sense. So you could be playing a par 4, get on the green in 2, strike the ball with your putter for a putt, strike the other guy's ball, which your third shot. When you hit the ball the next time, that's going to be your 6th shot because you got a 2-shot penalty. Want to avoid that at all costs. That's for doggone sure.
John Williams said happy birthday Joshua Stout.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
I'm
we
back.
can hear you. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
All right.
It just takes a Philadelphia lawyer to be able to get in the room on the phone.
How's the outlook looking for you getting your electricity back?
I hope at least by Monday.
Well, I hate to hear that you got to go the weekend, but
Well, they're less than a mile down the road. Maybe tomorrow, but I'm not really counting on it.
sure.
I don't know whether I'm sure they will work tomorrow, but they seem to be working.
I'm sure they'll work 24 hours a day, or 18 night, whatever.
They're not working 24 hours a day. That lady told me, I went to pay the fiber optic bill at the electric company, and she said that she don't know why they told everybody 3 or 4 weeks, but it's not going to be that long, and it should be a lot sooner than that.
Right.
She didn't say exactly, but they're a mile down the road, and it seems like one day they work this area and one day they don't. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think they tell people that so that I think logically, if they tell someone, "I will have you up and running by Wednesday," and if Wednesday comes around and it's not up and running, then people get upset. Whereas if they say we're going to get it in a week or two, and they get it in 4 or 5 days, then people are happy. I believe that's why they do that. And it could be that they're just shorthanded like everybody else, and they can only do so much, and before they have to get a break in.
Skiman21632 said happy birthday Joshua Stout.
I do appreciate you all giving the happy birthday speaker bot to my son. I'm pretty sure he's not watching. He's not a big YouTube person. We spoke earlier in the day, and I sent him happy birthday wishes, and sounded like he had a pretty good evening planned for this evening. So that's good.
Did you see what I said earlier about getting the supplies? The food wasn't really nothing what we wanted. It was like the food you mix up. You have to mix it up.
Yeah. I glanced over it, Chris. I got home and I sat down and tried to get the show scheduled, and then I had a couple things I had to do, and then I'll catch completely up with everything once the show ends, and then.
So you had to go down to another driveway, come back, go back down to another drive, and then come back around. That's the way
Yeah.
they had you going in. It's kind of a crazy setup they had, but I don't know. It is what it is. And people were trying to cut in front of people, and
Yeah.
I don't know. He's doing crazy things.
Yeah, that unfortunately that does happen. I've never experienced it, but I read stories and see videos on it.
Probably somebody gonna say something about the stuff they gave us. I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, I don't understand people sometimes. I don't get it whatsoever. We got about 5 minutes to go. If anybody's got anything they want to bring up to talk about, I'll go check to see if Doug's got anything up and running yet before we leave, or tomorrow.
Is it 10:30? It's not 10:30.
10:26 right now. 10:26
Okay.
and 17 seconds according to Windows 11. I kind of like the second hand, or the second showing. I think it's kind of neat. No, as of right now, there is no Doug scheduled still for. I refreshed the page and there's still nothing scheduled for tomorrow. So,
He usually doesn't schedule his Saturday stuff until like maybe an hour before the showtime, or maybe a couple hours.
No, sometimes he does it Friday night.
yeah, I've seen him on Friday nights before. I know he wasn't playing hooky today. He actually had client work to do. I was teasing earlier today that he was playing hooky. I know he wasn't. Now I don't know if I will be around for Doug's tomorrow because we've got birthday gifts to go buy for the twins and the grandson tomorrow, as well as she wants to go to a couple other places. I'm not going to be going and looking at any leaves because I'm pretty sure the leaves aren't churning yet. And then I may go try to find a wall mount and get my other monitor mounted this weekend. And then I'll be pretty much set in here until I get a wild, crazy idea to add yet a third monitor to the new system. That's not happening. And it's just a crazy idea. So anyway, 10:27, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I want to say the basic generic thank you to everybody on YouTube. I want to specifically thank Tony Wallow for another 20 gifted memberships. And I will write myself a note to go see where they stand before the show starts tomorrow. I'll look tonight. It should be 20 more higher tomorrow than it is tonight, if they all went through. Again, I'm not seeing the names under there like you're supposed to, but if it goes up by 20, then we know they're actually going out. And last night when he did it, only 7 of the names with
존
20
윌리엄즈 새드
came
땡스
out.
10.
So if Doug does a show and I'm available, I'll join. If not, I'll listen to it while we're driving around. I want to thank everyone for being here. Ski Man, it's good to see you. Otis Calderon, it's good to see you come back. Hopefully you will come back once your membership runs out, or you'll buy a membership, or maybe you'll get re-gifted another membership. It is good to see that you keep coming back night after night. I really do appreciate that. I also would like comments on the speaker bot functions. If you like it with Zoom there, then that's fine. I can change it around. Or I like it with no Zoom. I like the clocks because it's behind the speaker bot's behind the clocks. But
Tony Wallow said happy birthday Joshua Stout.
What the heck is that gray bar down there? I have to look into that.
Yeah.
Do what, Chris?
That lady was backing up. The bus was coming out. The lady was in front of the bus, and she just backed up, smacked right into that bus. That was
not paying
funny.
any. Yeah, it sounds like she wasn't paying any attention. Somebody do an exclamation FM, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones that works the way it's supposed to. The ones that are short and Zoom stays there, that's fine. Not everything can be full screen. See, that's full screen. And Zoom temporarily disappears. And I like that. Now, if the majority of the people say no, they want the Zoom box to be there, I'll bring back the Zoom box. It's a real simple fix to do. SN, I don't have anything SN. Oh, you know what? Sam, what to do? How did we set shout outs up? Do you remember? Because I don't. I know we have a speaker bot command, allegedly. There we go.
Shout out to Otis Cauldron.
There you go. It's exclamation SO. I don't think you have to put the @ sign. I think you can just say the person's name. I think. I don't know, to be honest. And then Otis gets a shout out, and we've got it so it directs you to his channel, which is a cool thing. I like that. I do like that. That is good. I do like how that is set up. So I'm going to try one here and see how this goes, because I have no idea. And we're only a minute
Shout
into
out
overtime.
to Tony Wallow.
There you go. You do not have to put the @ sign, but the @ sign will highlight it in their chat that they're getting a shout out. So that is good. So with that, let's wrap it up. The email, as you all know, is kstoutz00m@gmail.com. Should be coming across your screen here, maybe shortly later. I don't know if it's going to show up or not. There it is. OBS and I aren't getting along tonight. So there's the email to get on the Zoom panel, kstoutz00m@gmail.com. I will check it nightly like I do every night and get you the Zoom credentials, get you on the panel, get to know you, and you can join us on the live stream. Thank you, everyone. I want to thank the Zoom homies, Greg, Sam, Sin, good to see you, my friend, Alex Cheek, and some unknown phone caller that figured out how to hack his way in, otherwise
Shout
known as
out
Chris
to
Garrett.
OneFish26.
You can shout out to yourself. Okay, good. That's pretty cool. Yes, good night again. I am going to go find the button. That's pretty neat. You also ought to be able to drop your link as well. But I like this method better because that way if you give a shout out to someone else that's got a channel that shows their link and people can click on it. So, yep, good night. See you over here on the Zoom, hopefully. If not, I'll see those that I know are going to show up. Pressing the Doug button now.